Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The night of Qadr is the night of the Surah Al-Qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil Qadr. It is the night that God has brought down the Quran. It is the night that tanazzalul malaika, the angels descend every year during the night of Qadr. But we ask ourselves, where do the angels descend? Who do they descend to? In Tafsir Burhan, there is this narration that during the time of the Prophet of Islam, the angels descended to him, and they would inform him of the events of his ummah, of his people. And that he told Imam Mahdi alayhi salam that after me, this Surah Qadr, is now yours. Basically, that all the angels will now descend to you, Imam Mahdi, during the night of Qadr, and inform you of the events of the people. And after you, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. Now it is the imamat of Imam Mahdi. And all the angels are descending and informing Imam Mahdi with the affairs of the people. The pivot and center point of the night of Qadr is Imam Mahdi. Therefore, it is important for us to talk about how can we attach ourselves to Imam Mahdi. All the angels are going towards Imam Mahdi. So do we. We want to go towards Imam Mahdi in such a night, the night of Qadr. How can we do so? There are two ways that we should approach Mahdawiyat, Mahdism. One is that we should make sure that we align our mind with Imam Zaman, and also that we align our hearts with Imam Zaman. If we want guidance, because as we read in Dua Nutbah, he is Nashiru Rayat al-Huda, he is the spreader of the flag of Hidayat and guidance. If we want guidance, we have to seek Imam Mahdi. So we align our minds with Imam Mahdi, and we align our hearts with Imam Mahdi. How can we align our minds with Imam Mahdi? First of all, it is important for us to know that we should not have a very superficial, a shallow outlook on Imam Mahdi and on intidhar and waiting for him. Some people, they think that the return of Imam al-Zaman will happen for sure, and therefore they do not need to take an active role in helping him come back, helping him reappear. If this was true, then why did Allah not miraculously give victory to Imam al-Zaman around 1200 years ago? Therefore, we know that it is also a condition that the people must be ready. The people must be willing to want Imam Mahdi as their leader for him to come back. Therefore, it is our duty that whatever we do, we should do it so that Imam Mahdi can come back. Whatever action we want to do, whatever tasks we have, we do it with the intention that this will somehow help the 12th Imam come back. Because if he comes back, Satan will be doomed. All of evil will be doomed. Therefore, it is of utmost importance to make sure that we align our mind with the fact that we play an active role in not delaying and actually expediting the return of the 12th Imam. This is the first thing, that we have to play an active role in bringing back our Imam. It's how some say Imam al-Zaman needs to be brought back. We need to bring him back. And we do this with spreading knowledge. We do this with spreading the worship of God. These are all ways that gets the society ready for the recoming of the Mahdi. So another way that we can align ourselves, our minds with Imam Mahdi, is the way that we view Mahdawiyat or Mahdism. Do we view it in a way that we're just going to remove our own problems? We're facing poverty, we want to have wealth. We're facing oppression, we should remove oppression. Or is it something greater than this? Even though these are great things, removing poverty, removing injustice, oppression, these are great things. Look at the verse in the Quran. It talks about when God promises, وَعَدَ اللَّهِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لِيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Allah promises that He will grant succession to the people, to the people on the earth, upon the earth, and at the end of this verse in Surah Nur, says, يَعْبُدُونَنِي لَا يَشْرِكُونَ بِي شَيْئًا, that they will worship me and not associate with me anything. That Allah has promised the succession of Imam Mahdi. But why? So that we can worship Allah and we could be removed from polytheism. This is the final reason that Imam Mahdi will return, the final cause that he has. Even though all these other causes are important, but we want to live a human life. We want to live a very valuable life. Human life is a life that is connected with God, and its value is with serving Allah. And the more we serve Allah, the higher we will be in worth. It is not an animal life. Animals, they live a life that they might not oppress each other. Look at say for example, a flock of sheep. They don't oppress each other. They are well fed, but they don't have much value in life. Compare that to the life of a human, which is a Khalifatullah, which is God's succession on earth. Compare it to such a value. We see that it is important for us to align ourselves with the 12th Imam and his goals. And whatever action we do in this way, the more spirituality we have, the more we fight against oppression, the more we fight against injustice and poverty, the more we have helped in the cause of the 12th Imam. Another thing that we have to do, we said to align our minds. We should also align our hearts with Imam Mahdi. We should make the period of occultation, the period that in the narrations say is like behind the clouds, that we benefit from the sun. In the same way we benefit from Imam Zaman, we remove the clouds. We directly, and with our heart and with our soul, we connect with the 12th Imam. And this is what needs to be done during the night of Qadr. How can we connect with him? So we said the first way is our mind. We think correctly. The second way is that we correct our hearts and we make the occultation somehow like a faraj for us. We remove our own afflictions, we remove this barrier between us and Imam Zaman. In one of the stories, Ali ibn Mahziyar, he went to Hajj for 19 times. On the 20th time in Ghaybat al-Suqra, during the minor occultation, he finally saw Imam Zaman. When he sees the 12th Imam, he tells the representative of the 12th Imam, I want to see the Imam that has this attribute, al-mahjub an al-alam. I want to see the Imam that is hidden from the world. He corrects Ali ibn Mahziyar al-Ahwazi and says, Ma huwa mahjubun ankum, walakin hajabahu su'a amalikum. He is not hidden from the people. The Imam is not hidden from us. We are hidden from the Imam. Our actions cause us to hide. Therefore, we can connect with Imam Zaman. And the way that we connect are two ways that I want to mention tonight in the night of Qadr. One is that we purify ourselves. We purify ourselves from all sin. We purify ourselves from all bad akhlaq and bad behavior. Once we have eliminated sin, once we have done the wajibat and obligations, we have stayed away from sin, whatever that sin is that we keep doing or whatever sins we are tempted in doing. Once we remove that, that is the first step on meeting Imam Zaman. That is the first step in connecting with him. Because brothers and sisters, if we connect to Imam Zaman during the time of occultation, imagine how stronger that connection will be during the time of his reappearance. Because a mu'min yanduru binurillah, a mu'min looks with the light of Allah, a mu'min looks through his heart. He understands Imam Zaman through his heart. And during the time of occultation is a time that Allah has given us so that we could be tested and we could test understanding Imam through his light. And we could know him even though we cannot physically see him. As some of the great scholars say, like Ayatollah Bahjat, worship is much more greater during the time of occultation, during the time of reappearance. Connecting to Imam Zaman is much more valuable than the time of his reappearance. Therefore, we purify ourselves, which is the first step. The second step is we develop a relationship with Imam Zaman. We talk to him, we read du'as for him, we recite ziyarats for him, we visit places that they say are attributed to him, say like Masjid Jamkaran Qom, Masjid Sahla in Kufa. We go to such places. Why? To seek closeness to Imam Zaman. We visit the shrines of his grandparents. We visit the shrines of the Imams, of the Prophets, so that we can connect to him. Why? Because developing this relationship is something that is continuous and something that becomes stronger and stronger day by day. We ask ourselves, this Laylatul Qadr, how is our connection to Imam Zaman comparing it to last year? Has it become strengthened? And the way to do this, we said, reading du'as. Our scholars, Du'a Ahd is one of the du'as that they would recite every morning. We recite Du'a Nodba, the du'a of crying for the absence of Imam Zaman. In this du'a is a du'a that we cry, we understand the pain of ghaibat, the pain of occultation, the pain of being an orphan of Imam Zaman. Some of the passages, some of the verses of Du'a Nutba, it makes us truly feel sorry for our situation. It says, for example, Azizun alayya an ara al-khalq wa la tura. At the night of Qadr, we tell this to Imam Zaman. Saw the angels are descending towards him. It is hard for us to see all of creation, to see the creatures of Allah, but not to see you. I have to see this person at work. I have to see this person at school. I have to look at their face. But what about looking at the face, the luminous face, the radiant face of Imam Zaman? I am deprived of that. وَلَا أَسْمَعُ لَكَ حَسِيسًا وَلَا نَجْوَى. And I can't hear you. I cannot hear your whisper. I cannot hear confidential talk for you. This is a way that we connect, reciting these verses over, these passages over and over, and crying, saying, we cannot see you, Imam Zaman. We cannot hear you, Imam Zaman. هَلْ إِلَيْكَ يَا ابْنَ أَحْمَدْ سَبِيلٌ فَتُلْقَى. Is there a way, O son of Ahmad, for me to meet you? When I visit the shrines of the Ahl al-Bayt, when I visit the mosques, I look at this person. Could this person possibly be Imam Zaman? Where is Imam Zaman right now? This is the night of Qadr. Where is he? This is something that we cry for over and over. We do also recite ziyarats, ziyarat A.L.I Yasin. So these are du'as, ziyarats, and ways that we talk to the Imam. And we develop this connection, and that inshallah at the end of our life it will be a very vivid and clear knowledge and understanding we have of the 12th Imam, a very detailed understanding of him that we develop. At the end of tonight's session, we do a dua. We want our prayers, we ask Allah to accept. This is from Du'a Nutba. We ask Allah, وَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَنَا بِهِ مَقْبُولًا. And through Imam Zaman, render our prayers admitted, because prayers is accepted by the wilayat of the Imams. وَذُنُوبَنَا بِهِ مَغْفُورًا. And through him, through Imam Mahdi, forgive our sins, Ya Allah. وَدُعَاءَنَا بِهِ مُسْتَجَابًا. And through him our supplications responded. Answer our prayers because of Imam Zaman. وَاجْعَلْ أَرْزَاقَنَا بِهِ مَبْسُوطًا. And through him, make our sustenance expand for us. It is the night of Qadr. Make our provisions for the next year because of Imam Zaman expanded. وَهُمُومَنَا بِهِ مَكْفِيًّا. Our distress, the violence, the injustice in the world that we see in multiple countries. We ask Allah, because of Imam Zaman, remove them. وَحَوَائِجَنَا بِهِ مَقْضِيًّا. And our needs that we have, make them through Imam Zaman be granted. وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَى سَيِّدِنَا مُحَمَّدٍ وَأَهْلِ بَيْتِهِ الطَّيِّبِينَ الطَّاهِرِينَ.